Good evening, welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again tonight for another Premier League prediction show and the latest news as well. And I got with me Lottie. Big up Lottie.
Evening, John. How are you?
I'm Caddy. How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm all right. A bit nervous about the girls playing tonight, but we're not here to talk about that. So, a bit disappointed from the weekend, but it is what it is, you know.
It is. We're going to talk about that in a bit as well. And excuse me, what do you think of that Toon sort of thing? I've got it down to a minute sort of thing. I think that's a lot better.
No, it's nice. It's not bad. I wasn't expecting that. Not bad at all.
Thank you very much indeed for that one. And thank you for Sasha GFX as well for doing it as well from America. So if you like the video, like what you see, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button as well to join the community. And if you like to super chat as well as open, if you'd like to become a member, it's just 99p as well. So yeah, I had a few days off streaming. I thought I'd deserve a break, and here I am. So we're going to go straight on to last week's results there. And I was going to share the screen. Let's get this up straight away. And I should have got this share. Schools and fixtures. Let's have a look. It's coming up now for you. This is last week. And there you go. And it finished Aston Villa 3, Newcastle United 0. Disappointing result for Newcastle from me. And we were poor that day. Chelsea 1, Brighton 2. Massive win for Brighton. Chelsea's problems continues. Everton 1, Fulham 3. Everton are in big trouble in the bottom of the table. Fulham got a slim chance qualifying for Europe as well. Southampton 0, Crystal Palace 2. AC got 2 of the goals. Southampton, surely now they're done. They're absolutely done. Wolves 2, Brentford 0. That's Brentford's 3 straight defeats under Thomas Frank. And Wolverhampton are doing really well. And I think they're going to be safe now. One more win and they're safe. Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 3, and Spurs had a chance to win it 3-2 with Charlison.
I called that one with Bournemouth, didn't I, John? Last minute winner.
You did, yeah.
I called it and they heard me, so that kind of cheered me up before I saw my result.
Oh, big up to you, like as well. You know what it is, right? I'm glad Bournemouth won off. I thought Spurs going to come back in that game as well. I thought they were going to win the thing, but Danjuma, they actually released him then after all that time. They got a point, but obviously Bournemouth have other ideas. Man City 3, Leicester City 1, and it's just a straight win for Man City as well. And Highburn to go to the Sunday's game as well, which finishes West Ham 2, Arsenal 2. We'll comment on that one in a minute. Nottingham Forest 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Man United 2, and Leeds got whipped 6-1 by Liverpool. So that is not good at all whatsoever. So I'm going to go through the comments as well. And got a few comments as well straight away. I've got a couple of Arsenal fans in as well. Big up to David Knight. Hi to you, David. I hope you're fine, mate. We've got a win on Sunday. That's a massive game. And big up to Alan as well. Hi to Leslie as well. And hi to Ryan as well. Big up to Ryan, by the way. It could be worse. We could be Chelsea fans. Just remember that. We're going to talk about Chelsea as well, because I tell you something now. This is just absolutely... Oh, it's brilliant.
Glorious, isn't
it? And let's say you're not wrong, Mr. A.
This is right.
Big up to Brian as well. I hope you're okay, mate, and welcome aboard as well. And so we're going to start with your team. I'm obviously going to talk about my team as well. We'll talk about West Ham to Arsenal 2. Arsenal 2 goals up and cruising first 10 minutes, yeah. And I thought it was going to be 4s and 5s and 6s as well. I would have thought that. It did. And then Partey dropped the stinker as well, giving the ball away. And then Gabriel gave away a penalty, which is a bit daft as well. And then
looking back on the from a VAR point of view, Declan Rice handballed that ball first.
Yes, he did. Why did he not go back to VAR for it? Why did not go back for it, man?
Exactly. And Arsenal Twitter being Arsenal Twitter, obviously found the frame and the picture is everywhere and no one wants to answer to it, you know? So instead, the media want to pick on how miserable our little mascot looked. From a 15, 20-second video. That's how bored the media are.
Yeah.
and most other fan bases.
Exactly. I mean, I think that referee's from Manchester. I'm sure that referee's from Manchester with Man City shirt underneath. Must be.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Not at all. Because John Philip was a bad day at the office being on Tottenham. Well, for me,
you
Alan,
need to beat Tottenham.
You got to beat Tottenham, but we were poor. I'm going to get to Lottie's comments on that in a minute as well. See on that. Hi to Mark as well, mate. Hi to you, mate. I hope you're okay. And hope we're feeling better this week. Lottie for Leslie.
Yeah, Les, I've had a better week. Thank you for asking. You're a star.
Oh, you can't beat Lottie. You cannot beat a Lottie. Lottie, do you think Arsenal's going to bottle it? That's from Mark.
Do you know how many times I've been asked that? I don't know. I'm taking it game by game. It's the hope that kills you, but taking it game by game. I mean, if you told me we'd be at this point in August, told me we'd be top of the league this time of season, I would have laughed at you. But I'm happy. I'm happy with the boys at the moment. It's just, if you look at games like West Ham, they just lost their heads. That penalty went in. West Ham were up for it. And that was that. They just lost their head. They weren't concentrating. Instead of actually playing football, they were doing all these flicks and things. And I'm like, what are you doing? Just keep the ball on the ground and go. That's all they needed to do. They just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to do your stuff as well. You've got to win your games and get it right. Let's look at the league table as well. Arsenal's top of the table, 74 points, 4 points ahead of Manchester City with a game in hand. But at the end of the day, right, Arsenal go to Man City and Newcastle both away from home. And it's looking tricky for Arsenal now. Man City's closer to get the big blue shark is catching you up, Lottie, I'm afraid. Then in third, you got Man United. At third, Newcastle are still fourth despite that defeat. Tottenham are fifth. Aston Villa are creeping in as well. And let's be real, Villa are doing fantastic on the United Emery as well. I'm going to have my verdict at that as well. Brighton as well. They got 2 games in hand over Tottenham. So if they're doing both of their games, my God, they're going to be above Tottenham as well. And by the way, Villa got a game, Villa behind Spurs as well. Liverpool won last Leeds. They beat Leeds by 6 goals to 1 there. And let's look at the bottom of the table. It's looking bleak for Southampton, Leicester, and Nottingham Forest, Lottie.
Yeah, no, 100%. It just, Southampton are done. I think if they lose to us on Friday, they're done. It's sayonara to say, see you when you come back for them. But if you look up the table, like Leicester could get out of it in theory. I mean, Leeds are not exactly 100% safe at this point. It depends on all of their fixtures, if I'm honest with you. But there's only either Forest or Leicester could get out of it, and I can see Leeds or Everton dropping down into it. I can't see West Ham going anywhere after they've held us at a draw, to be honest with you. But it's all to play for. It's absolutely all to play for, and it depends which teams turn up. The thing is, I think I'd still be glad to see Forest go, to be honest, because they're just irritating.
I get the meaning. I tell you what, though, Leeds Leicester is going to be fantastic. You're going to come on to that one in a bit as well. That'll be then Leeds next, I think. And no, Leeds got to play Fulham away. We'll come on to that one in a bit as well. And thanks for that question, Mark. Good to hear, Lottie. And I've got faith in Arsenal. Rooting for you to win the league. But of course, we will play a fair game. You know what it is? So I'm bound for saying yous because I'm too Geordie, but I've got to say you. So I'll get it right. That's you guys supporting us as well. So and big up to Mason as well. I hope you're okay, Mason. And hi to Nippon, Chelsea fan. And hi to just like us feeling up for it, just also got itself a point. And Leslie said hi. Big up my favourite Geordie and my favourite Gula. That's a Nippon.
Nice.
You know what? Share the love to Nippon as well. Let's say about Chelsea that better on this instance as well. Right. That's the league table as well. And you know what is right? I mean, it is so close to call who's gonna be dropping out of the Premier League. He's gonna get relegated. I tell you what, it's gonna be so. Oh man, I would not like to be in the bottom of the table. No way.
No. Thing is, I think, to be honest with you, Arsenal have never been relegated since the Premier League. Never been done that, but the last team that hasn't done that. And then you see so many teams come and go. You'll probably remember if you've ever been like relegated out of the Premier League or the Division 1 as it was called before, but it's just some teams you look at that table and you think they're always going to be there, and Southampton is one of them. And now they've kind of fell from grace, so to speak, which is a bit odd. But again, they've invested poorly. The team is way too young.
That is the thing.
Although,
you know what it is? Yeah.
There is the counter argument. You've got players like at Arsenal, but they're a different calibre of players. That's the key difference.
Exactly. You can't bring. I mean, John's got a youth project as well at Southampton. It's not clearly working at all. They're trying to copy Arsenal. Doesn't work at all. You got Akers. I think he's going to be a decent player from South America, from Racing Club, and he's in for culture shock as well. He should have played in Spain for a couple of years and then come to the Premier League. But just an example for him as well. But these players haven't got the bottle. Haven't got the mental strength to get out of a dogfight. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? But they should have stuck to Hustle. They should have stuck with him. He would have kept them up. All he wanted is a centre forward. They didn't back him. No. They goes and sack him. And now,
how do you expect to get things done if you're not going to back people? It's not going to happen. I mean, prime example is Arteta. The amount of people that wanted him to go, and I was sitting there in the whole fence of the whole time. I thought, I'm not getting sucked into this. I don't need that to upset my energy, but sorry, John, I've just had something pop up my iPad. Police investigating Saka's online racial abuse. Good.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Let's talk about that, right? He missed a penalty, right? And I tell you what it is, right? Let's be real. Yep. Whoever made racial abuse should be banned for life. She should be arrested, locked up, name and shamed, and put him in a slammer. Because at the end of the day, we do not want fans like that at all in our great sport.
No, we don't.
Racism, we got to kick it out, yeah? Unfortunately, this guy is so thick, he hasn't got a clue. Let's be real. But
no, the main culprit has the Arsenal fan base got rid of him, but the picture that was uploaded was absolutely vile. No one should have to go through that. I don't know if you saw it, John, but it was shocking. Put it this way, it's a picture of Bukayo Saka, and they made, how do I put this politely? They made him look like a gorilla, basically. And it was vile, it was wrong. And I was sitting there thinking, here we go again, this is May all over again. And do you know what? Half of those were Arsenal fans, and I was embarrassed. And as far as I'm concerned, they don't belong to our club. You don't even belong in the sport. If you've got nothing nice to say, keep your mouth shut. It's simple as that. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. And nobody deserves to be on the receiving end of that. I mean, if you look what he's done this season, he's put ones past Chelsea. He's done Man United. Who else has he done? He's done Tottenham as well. And to come back from what happened last summer and do that and show, oh yes, I can do this.
Yeah,
it's exactly what Arteta's done that, and it's just
crazy. Yeah. Absolutely winds us up.
It's disgusting.
Like that happen. Disgusting to our sport. Simple as that. I'm sorry. We need to root them out.
Yeah. As a sports fan, you don't want that. You don't want to be seeing that. Doesn't matter if it's men's, women's, if you're white, blue, black, pink, brown with pink spots, for God's sake.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Exactly. You're still a person at the end of the day.
Totally agree.
And there's always a person behind that screen, and people send things and think, oh yeah, it doesn't.
You're right. You're right.
Make it acceptable.
Nah, totally agree. Got some comments as well before we go into the first game. I hope everything goes down. And Leslie is please hit the likes. Thank you for that one, Leslie. Good evening to Douglas. I hope you're okay, mate. And Leslie's got doubts about Everton's going down to St. Alan. And Saka's been getting abused. You're joking. 21st century. You're right. Absolutely right. And it's a joke. It really is when it comes to racism as well. Evening to Jules. Hope you're right, Pet. Welcome to the channel. To abuse him anyway is disgusting, but to go racial is another level. Brian,
no one deserves that, whether you're a regular Joe or a superstar like Saka is. No one deserves that. It's wrong.
Exactly. Crazy. Hi to Chess as well. Right, let's go on to the first game. If I can get it up there. right, which is it's on the Friday league kickoff. Arsenal against Southampton at the Emirates. Arsenal's at top of the table, Southampton bottom. It's top against bottom, and it's got to be a home banker for me.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's going to be nice, reasonable 3-0. I think. I'm feeling quite confident at home. It's Friday night football. The stadium's going to be absolutely electric, and I can't wait to get down there. It's the one thing that's getting me through this week with work and all the analytics I've got going on. Yeah, no, we should, as long as they keep their heads and they play football and not do these fancy flicks and tricks, we'll be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'll go with you as well. Just what it is, right? It's just Arsenal need to win to keep the pressure on Man City, and I fully expect Arsenal to beat Southampton. Will be really poor, and Arsenal will bounce back from it, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
As long as they don't
keep. Slightly concerned if we don't, because the next game is City, and that's not something I don't really want to think about at the moment. But I'd be very concerned if we don't win this.
Yeah, absolutely. I would as well for you. So, yeah, I'm going to say Arsenal 4, Southampton 1 in that game. Southampton will score, but I think you'll win by 4 goals to 1 for me. And
I like that. Many difference.
Yeah. You're hoping for more and boost your goal difference as well. Got David saying 3-0 to Arsenal. Go on, Lottie. What do you think the score's going to be?
Yeah, no, I said 3-0. I said 3-0. It should be 3-0.
Absolutely.
So, but again, I'm a bit hesitant on that because Rob Holding is there. Since he's been there, we've not had a single clean sheet. And I know he doesn't trust his pace. You can see that in the way he performs. So it probably will be 3-1. There will be a goal.
Can I ask you a question? Is Rob Holding better than Cannavaro?
When he has a good game, yeah, he is. When he has a very good game, he is.
Oh, yeah. Man.
I do like that song. When he's had a very, very, very good game.
Yeah.
He is.
You can't
when he first came back after he had his hair transplant, Leeds away, phenomenal. He's had some really good performances over the years, but it's also an age thing that's caught up with him, and it's also the team's changing, and it's a question, is he good enough anymore? And personally, he's a good squad player. He's reliable when we need it, but he does make mistakes, and that's due to the amount of minutes he doesn't get, I feel.
That's the thing. He's got a mistake in him as well. I remember his first game, he played against Liverpool. We lost by 4 goals to 3. He got absolutely torn apart as well by Liverpool the whole of the game. Remember that. Hi to Jules. Hope you... Yeah, exactly. Hi to Jules. Hope you're okay. I hope you find your family too. And David said, what does Lottie think of Tierney? We are linked to him quite a bit.
I love my Kieran Tierney, the boy. Absolutely adored him. He was the reason I did watch Celtic for a bit. And when we got him, I was over the moon. I still I want to keep him at this point because Zinchenko's been injured way too many times and it's his first season with us. And not having him is concerning me. So I've said to John previously, I can see him at the Toon, but I also really want him to stay because we've got no one else there.
Well, let's hope that's the case. Like, you know what I mean? But if he's available, I'd take him all day long. I think he's a cracking player. So let's go on to the next game. It's going to be Fulham against Leeds. Early kickoff 12:30 at Craven Cottage. Fulham has won the last game against Everton, against Leeds. They badly need the points. They're 5th from bottom, and they're 5th from bottom for a reason. They're lucky this season because I tell you what, they could be easily bottom 3. But luckily, the teams alone haven't been winning their games. So Leeds needs to win that game quickly. Because I'll tell you something now, right? They've got some hard games coming up. And the sooner they sort of things out, the better.
No, completely agree with that. It's going to be a really interesting game because if you just look at the way that both teams are playing, we know that Fulham likes an early kickoff. They enjoy an early kickoff most of the time. So Leeds, they'd have to go straight at them from the start. No time to settle down. Just go straight for the jugular if they want any points from it, especially if they do want to sort of avoid relegation. I know there's 4 points in it, but anything can happen between now and the end of the season. It again depends on their run and what's coming up. I think one of them's got City for sure, so there's definitely dropping points there. But in terms of score,
yeah,
I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham. I'm going to say 3-1 Fulham. I think Fulham are too good for Leeds at the minute. Leeds just haven't got a clue defending at all whatsoever, in my opinion. You can see two big scores, 11 goals in 2 games, 5 against Palace, 6 against Liverpool. There you got a serious problem there. And Javi Gracias got to sort things out very quickly, because he doesn't, he will not last the season, let's be real, because at the end of the day, right, I mean, they tried to get a couple matches in before Gracia, and for me, that's going to be until the end of the season. But I think he's got someone in mind if they stay up, and they could get a takeover as well by the Americans as well. We'll just see in that. And I'm going to go 3-1 to Fulham. So, and Ghost and Comments as well. Big up to Daz. Hi to Daz. Okay, mate. And I hope you had a good day. And got one from 12th Man Toon. I haven't heard from you for a long time, my guy. I hope you're okay, legend. And hope you're okay, mate. And hope your family are too. And Fulham win for me. That's from Alan. And everyone say hi to the 12th. And 3-1 from David from Fulham. So, yeah. So keep those score lines coming through, please. And let's go on to the next game. It's going to be could be the game of the day. Brentford against Aston Villa. And I've got the tone wrong. Excuse me. I'll get that back now. 2 seconds, Pete. And I'm going to get that one scored along the bottom. There you go. That's better. Let's hope that comes out. Yeah, Brentford against Villa. Thank you. And that's at BCS, Brentford Community Stadium, or GMEX, or GTEC, or what you want to call it. And Brentford are having a tough time in a minute, like 3 straight defeats, I think. Aston Villa are on a roll, and they beat Newcastle by 3-0 last week. Ollie Watkins is on fire. James Ramsey is putting it together. Their back four solid. Unai Emery has done a fantastic job since he's come at Villa Park. And I tell you what, I think he's got one big job left in him, by the way. I think, me personally, as a Villa fan, no sweat the Villa, I think it's too big for Aston Villa. And if you keep him next season, right, enjoy it. Because after the following season, when he does well, gets you into Europe again, then I just don't think, I think you move on to a bigger club than Villa.
Sorry, John. No, it's just Brentford and Villa. It's going to be a really interesting game. Emery, as you said, is way too big for Villa, but he's done an absolutely cracking job up there. I mean, they look like they're enjoying their football again, whereas I always felt like Villa just sort of dragged themselves through it all, and then they've just, I'll be happy, we're mid-table, and that's it. And they've never really strived for Europe in my eyes, but it's good to see them competing. But we've also got to remember that all good runs do come to an end. So this could be the upset game for Villa. Brentford could just pull one over on them. You don't know. So do you know what? I am gonna go for a Brentford win on this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it 3-2 as well, because Ollie Watkins is on fire. I can't fault him at the moment.
Do you know what? I'm gonna kind of agree. I mean, like Brentford win, but with the scoreline. But I'm gonna go with the other way. I'm gonna go 3-2 to Villa. I think Villa's gonna find a way. So I'm going 3-2 Villa.
They might, but it's a case of how long can Brentford go on losing and how long can Villa go on winning. It could be shoes on the other foot.
100%, because Brentford are safe anyway, no matter what. Brentford need to win this game to have any chance to qualify for the Europa Conference League, possibly, or even Europa League if they can get there. And Aston Villa will have to keep winning to have a good chance of getting top 4. They can get top 4 now, because at the end of the day, they're on a roll. I mean, Unai Emery's won 12 games out of 18. 12 games out of 18. That is Champions League form. Or top 4 form, that, because he is doing wonders at Villa. And the Villa fans loves him. Now know what it's all about. But at the end of the day, they're all playing for him. Tyrone Mings, we could not even lay a glove on him last week. He's playing well, right? The back four's playing well. Marina at the fullback has been fantastic. The midfield, like Douglas Luiz is putting it together. John McMinn is doing really well. James Ramsey's been fantastic. The Tory, Watkins, and Ramsey is just doing it. They really are doing it. Do you know what I mean? And we just didn't come up with an answer. Do you know what I mean? Which I'm going to come
John, do you think this is a purple patch for Villa at the moment?
Say again?
As a whole, do you think this is a purple patch for Villa as a whole?
In You mean on a run, or do you think they?
Yeah, when I say purple patch, you know when we say players have purple patches,
Yeah.
like they're really good and then they dip. Do you think Villa as a team are like that?
I tell you what, though, I think Villa's going to run as close. They're not going to give up top 4, in my opinion, because they're putting it together. They're winning games, scoring goals, and I think me personally going to
take over Newcastle.
Oh, I tell you what, I don't think he will, but we got to win games.
Your nails if you're not careful. John, I just want to one. If I start screaming my head off, I do apologise. The women are on. I have got them on my iPad behind my screen. So if the goal goes in, please remove any headphones that you've all got in. Be warned.
Okay. Be warned, people. Be warned. Because Arsenal last has got a game on the game against Man United. But you're right. But
and Maisie's there tonight as well, John. I spoke to her. She's there tonight.
Oh, hi to Maisie. She's there. We do love Maisie, don't we? I think she's your favorite podcast. She's your favorite podcaster. And you know, and your favorite.
No, it's just you know what? I'll be honest with you. I get on my For You page, on my social media, I get a lot of Man United fans, and it's nice to see someone so balanced in both men's and the women's football, and I love it. I said to her, "Do you know what? It's just so good to have you on my feed. You're sensible, and I know that all Man United fans are not idiots.
Exactly.
In the way they talk about things, and she's just so balanced, and I love it. I absolutely love her.
Absolutely. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, Macy is real. She says it how it is. That's my podcaster. That's my podcaster. Yeah. Simple as that. And by the way, she collabs with other people as well, which is great. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the best way to go. I'm all good mid and only bad things. My mum had cancer again, but she's on the mend and showing all the good signs, bro. Listen, my guy, I hope your mum gets better soon. Fingers crossed for you. Send all your love to your mum and tell her to get well soon. And I hope she gets better soon and cancer-free. And keep us posted, mate. And my DMs are open if you want to tweet and DM us at any time. It's always open if you want to chat to us, mate. And before see you as well, thank you, Leslie. 2-1 to Brentford, Alan. Great to see John and Lottie on again. Love these shows. Jules, thank you so much indeed. I really appreciate that. Big up to Mr. T, the greatest man on earth. Lottie, she's always.
Yeah, no, someone's a little bit bitter after Leeds got cooked. So it's cool. It's fine.
Wow. Cool. Everyone's saying thanks. They've said hi to Mr. D. And just found out as well. I think that's the case, but wasn't sure enough to commit to us taking the les. And keep those comments coming in, please. Thank you. When it comes to Man United, I am balanced. Balanced in the dislike for them.
I think that's all. No, I think that's all of us. But when you sit and have a conversation with Maze, literally, she can have a conversation about being biased.
Exactly.
That was a good clearance. Sorry.
Totally.
I saw Alessia Russo running up to the goal, then there was no defenders around her, so that was my blood pressure going up then.
Oh, bless you. Let's go on to the next one. Are you saying 3-2 Brentford? I'll go the other way, 3-2 to Villa in that game. You're going to get the next one, Palace against Everton. Since Roy Hodgson came back, he's won 3 games straight. That guy, I tell you what, he's still got it for a 74-year-old manager. He's still got it.
He does. But you've got to remember, 74 years, that amount of experience that he's been working, he knows how to keep them in mid-table, and that's what Crystal Palace want. There isn't any aspirations there for me. They just want to be in the Premier League, get the funding, and then they filter out through their club, which they do really, really well. Like between their academy and between the women, absolutely doing a really cracking job. But I feel like they don't have any aspirations for anything else. I mean, their 7th spot is now open for Europe for the smaller teams. That's what they should be aiming for me.
Absolutely. They've got good players there, right? I mean, one day they may give it a go.
At least he scored an absolute screamer this weekend.
Is it? I'll tell you, it's class, and he's a good young player. Fantastic. He is brilliant. And I'll tell you what, I don't think he'd be at Palace long if he had his way. But I tell you what, as long as Hodgson's still there, I think he'd be fine, because Hodgson probably learning the ropes as well. And I tell you what, I mean, look, they're not going to get relegated. They're not going to get in the top 6. They're not going to qualify for Europe. They are going to be fine in the Premier League. If I was a Palace fan, like Rich and Natty are, I tell you what, on Eagle Eye Football, great guys, so a great podcast as well. Check it out, by the way. They're both Palace fans. They'd be happy. They're just so happy to be in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? So even Palace fans don't even mourn as well. Big up to Palace as well. So let's go on through the comments as well. Leeds get cooked more than the average Hell's Kitchen contestant.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Exactly, that's class.
You know, Tom makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. He likes to convince you that you're going to lose to Leeds, and then when it backfires on him, he takes it on the chin. On Ryan's channel, Mr. Arsenal Podcast, he got absolutely roasted on a spit, and he stood there. He was in the comments and he took it. So you know, he's a good guy. Roasted Leeds, roasted peacocks. That's the word. So. I think it's the peacocks they call them. I can't remember.
Roasted and toasted. I was going to say,
but he took it all on the chin from everyone. So he's a brave man.
Which is good. And you know
can't dish it out without expecting it back.
Yeah. Oh man.
Still didn't come back to me after the game though. I tweeted him. I went, "Are you all right?" He never answered me.
Bless him.
I waited for full time to say anything back to him, and I'm so glad I did.
Oh, bless. You know what it is? So you love people like Mr. Tom. So he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He's
collab. You're going to collab on this channel. Collab with the guy. I have him for the Leeds preview next season if Leeds stay up. Let's go on to. I can't sit down for 11 love goal ship home in a week. You know what? I'll be miffed. Alan's going for 4-0 to Palace. Having my fun, knowing it will be everyone else's turn once the ref blows that whistle. That's Mr. T.
Yeah, but he has to wait a long time to come and catch Arsenal. So
exactly. And let's go on to the predictions for the Palace. Everton having a terrible time at the minute. Like lost 3-1 against Fulham at home. They still haven't got a striker. I mean, Dwight McNeil is doing all he can. The rest of them are just simply not good enough. I mean, Corey got a 3-game ban. I think there's one more game left of a span. And I tell you what, Sean Dyche, he must be thinking, what have I let myself in for? Do you know what I mean? But
definitely.
We got to play them next week as well on Thursday, so that'll be fun.
That is going to be fun. That's going to be interesting to watch, actually, to see what happens. No doubt. Are you home or away?
Well, we need to win that game because I'll tell you what, we don't win that game, then I don't know if I'll be happy, Lottie. I will not be Lottie, but I wouldn't be toxic. I'll just say it how it is. No. I mean, like the one when I did that little clip against Villa, I said my piece. One or two people said that being over the top. One or two people said that being extreme. No, not. I say how it is. Yeah, if they don't play well, it needs to be said.
The thing is, there's also a case of you need to get rid of that emotion that's in your system, and then once you've calmed down, you're fine. Just don't do what idiots on AFTV do. Please don't. Nah. There's one over on TikTok for Chelsea, and he just stands there and screams at the screen, and he's just irritating. And like, I wish the Arsenal fan base would stop sharing him because I blocked him everywhere, and it's just Arsenal fans talking about him and laughing at him, and I'm like, no one.
Is that Lewis? Is that Lewis?
I don't know, but he stands there and screams at the camera with the scores behind him, and he irritates me.
I get
Not a big fan. But in terms of score, let's go back to the proper football. Yeah. I'm going to go 3-0 Palace.
Yeah, they do look good, don't they? I'm going to say 2-0 Palace. I think Everton's
easy. We all know their ground's a bloody fortress.
Exactly. So, tough place to go to. Yeah. I think Palace will be too strong. And Palace are safe anyway. If they win this game, they'll be extra safe. Are the two making top four? That's Teddy B. Yes, we will. This Sunday's game's going to tell us everything we're going to go. If we win that game, then Tottenham won't make it. And then we've got to beat Tottenham and Everton. We're quite capable of doing it, but we have got to start well, and we've got to get last Saturdays out of the game. I don't know.
John, was it a case of you guys losing your heads and not concentrating, or?
We just didn't get going like at all whatsoever. We were very, very poor. That's the worst performance I've seen from Newcastle season. The midfield
might just be another one of them blips.
Exactly. It could be, but we're not going to have too many blips as well. We just got to bounce back quickly and win this game on Sunday, and then I'll be there as well. And I might get a new microphone as well, by the way. So I'm going to do a video vlog as well for the first time. So I'm going to do that as well. So can't wait. So. And to be fair, Lottie, I was streaming on my phone, so I only saw your tweet about 4 a.m. Wow. And evening to F said hi to Dad, and even called it Stapleton. Wow. And just go, so can't complain. Take care, Ches. You watch what you're doing, mate, and don't work too tough. And 5 of these comments as well. Leeds are going to get Fulham. The Bulls might win the football match 2. Let's hope for your sake you're correct. 3-0 loss for Newcastle was just a bad day at the office. There's so many people saying it's a bad day at the office. I thought we were poor. Simple as that. But, you know, I'll just judge you in 9 minutes looking at the bigger picture as well. Let's go on to the next one. I said 2-0 to... Did I say 2-0? Did I say 2-0 to Palace, didn't I? Or something like that. Yeah, I did. So let's go to the next game. It's a massive game for Leicester City. They're at home, but they need to beat Wolves as well. Wolves are not quite safe yet, but they feel if they win that game, then they're going to be safe as well. But I fully expect Wolves to win that game.
I do, but there's also a case of Leicester at home. They might want to kick on and give it a crack because they're looking at relegation at the moment. If they get the 3 points, that'll bring them out of the relegation zone. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if they win that game, they could be out of the bottom 3.
It's all to play for with them 2 teams, but you've also got the case of Diego Costa's back. He's scored last game. He's going to want to kick on with that. So Leicester are going to have to be very mindful if he starts.
Yeah.
But I do feel like this is going to be a 2-2 draw. I don't know why. I just feel like it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's hope that it's going to be a cracking game. And if they do that'd be absolutely brilliant. But it's going to be an exciting game. I'm going to say, I said Wolves going to win that game. I said they're going to win by, I'm going to say 2-1 to Wolves. I think they're going to find a way. And lots of people, as Tom said, you better do some work. And Tom and Ryan, have a good week, Mr. John. And again, thank you very much indeed, Mr. T. And I hope you have a good week, my guy. 2, it's going to be Leicester for a draw. And let's then join Mr. T. So
I will see you in a bit, Tom. I'm hopping over to Ryan's channel after this. So to watch the rest of the game.
Brilliant stuff. And let's go straight on to the next game. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest at Anfield. Liverpool, after that 6-1 thrashing of Leeds, I do expect Liverpool to not just beat Forest, but absolutely thrash them. So I'm going to say 4-0 to Liverpool. What do you think, Lottie?
Do you know what? I think it's going to be a bit of an odd one because usually Forest are fairly hard to break down away from home. I know we smashed them, but
yeah,
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. I don't want them to win, but
yeah. I'm definitely going to say 4-0 to Liverpool, and the reason is I think Liverpool need to win that game, and I truly believe they can do it. Like, you know what I mean? I think Forest are so tough to win games. The one thing is, though, I'm so glad they're keeping Steve Cooper, which is absolutely brilliant. And you know what it is?
No. Leo Williamson's been stretchered off.
Oh man.
And it's Katie Zalem again. Oh, for God's sake. It's not what we need. Sorry, John.
No, sorry. You just carry on.
Oh. Sorry, right. What was your score prediction, John?
For Liverpool, 4-0 Liverpool for me. Excuse me. 4-0 to Liverpool. And everyone's saying Liverpool win. And Liverpool have to win every game to the end of the season now. That's in Ted. I hope that's not the case. They got to play Tottenham as well at home at Anfield in a couple of weeks' time. So
if there's one game I need Spurs to draw in, it's that game. It's that game. Like, not take the points and close in on you guys, but they need to draw. That's one game they need to draw. Minimum.
Fairly, exactly. But we're going to go out for a win as well. We're going to come to Liverpool Spurs in a bit. Let's go on to the next one. It's going to be, and if I can just get this up, Bournemouth against West Ham United at the Vitality. And let's be honest, it's going to be a tough game, tough one to call this game. Bournemouth are going really well in the last 2 games. West Ham got a point against Arsenal, come back from 2-0 down and then came back. And do you know what? I've got a funny feeling, Lottie. I think Bournemouth is going to just about win this game. It's going to be tight. I'm going to say 1-0 to Bournemouth.
Oh, do you know what? Do you really think the Bournemouth are going to kick West Ham's backsides? I mean, we've seen them beat Liverpool 1-0. I believe that was at home. We've seen some shock results out of them. So, but West Ham have also got that bounce. We managed a draw out of them. Maybe we can try that again, and maybe they can cheat again with a sneaky handball off Declan Rice. I'm going to go 3-1 to Bournemouth.
3-1 to Bournemouth. Yeah, I mean, Ted's saying 2-1 to Bournemouth as well. And I'm going to say 1-0, tight 1-0 to Bournemouth as well. And let's go on to the next one. And keep those comments coming in and the score lines coming as well, guys. That'd be brilliant. And this could be game of the day. Before I come on to that one, Bournemouth win. Thank you, Alan. Let's go on to the next one. And the last one is, well, and then I sure it's Newcastle against Tottenham Hotspur at St James's Park. This could be game of the weekend for me. Newcastle need to win that game because there are 3 points ahead of Tottenham, and we could have done that win last week. However, if we win that game, we'll be 6 points ahead of Tottenham, plus a better goal scoring difference. We make it 7 points, if you will. Newcastle had got beat last week against Villa. It was a poor performance. They need to bounce back ASAP. And Spurs are just so inconsistent. Lost last week. And what's going to happen? I mean, Spurs, right? I mean, they still haven't got a manager. Right? I mean, they still haven't got the players yet. They're back for his port. Sanchez been subbed off last week after coming on as a sub, right? And I'll tell you what, they're all over the place. Tottenham, they really, really are.
No, definitely. This is just so inconsistent. It's just like, I'll be honest with you, my stepdad's at the point where he doesn't even want to watch them. He's like, what's the point? So just like, and for him to be saying that, he's seen them lift a trophy. So for him to be saying that is something.
Yeah.
But I do. This is the second. Have you played them already this season? You have, haven't you?
Yeah, we won 2-1.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson got the first and Miggy Amion got the second goal as well.
Yes, this is the second time I can wear the Toon colours for the day. And it's going to be a 3-1 to Newcastle.
I'm going to go 3-1, but it's going to be so tight. But I'm going to say 3-1. I think we're going to go goal behind, and then we come back and win by 3-1. But Spurs has got a good record at St James's off late.
Yeah, I did say 3-1 because Kane's notorious for getting a penalty somehow. So
he is. I mean, we haven't beat Spurs for a long time, especially at home, and we need to win that one. If you remember Spurs rightly, I mean, we've beaten 5-1. That's on the relegation season, but since then we've been struggling against Tottenham. It is so difficult to beat these, and I hope that we get the 3 points. So this is a game we need to win. If we don't win that game, then I think our top 4 hopes are just going to hang by a thread, because then you've got to go to Everton. Then you've got to play Southampton. Those next 2 games after Spurs, we've got to win that game. We've got to win that game big time. Ted said 4-2. 4-2. Ted said Newcastle. Alan said 3-0. Big up to Bush. Thank you so much indeed, Bush. I hope you're having a good day as well. So that is the prediction show there. I think we covered everything, because Brighton's got to play Man United and Man City are in FA Cup action as well. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, the transfers as well. I mean, we've been linked to a couple of players as well. I mean, we're after this Portuguese guy, and just, on Newcastle now, right? Trying to get an issue off on Sporting Lisbon as well. Mason know a lot about this guy. He's a decent defender. He really, really is. And you look at...
I know which one Macy's talking about.
Yeah.
I've seen her post him a lot about him. He looks good. He looks really good.
He's quick.
But whether he can play Premier League ball is a different story. That's the one thing that concerns me about these international players. Can they play Premier League ball?
Yeah. Let's hope so. Because, look, at the end of the day, we need a defender. We definitely need a centre-back, 100%, yeah. Because I don't know what's going to go on with Fabian Schär. I mean, is he going to be here next season? That's the thing. We need a defender with pace. We haven't got any pace at the back. And this is why we need to freshen up at the back. And, I mean, Trippier I keep, Botman I keep, Fabian Schär, I like him, but is Eddie going to keep him next season? That is the thing. We need a left back as well, 100% need a left back. No disrespect to Dan Burn, but he ain't a left back. I don't know if you watched our game last week, Lottie, but what do you think of Newcastle if you did watch our game last week against Villa?
I didn't watch it. That's why I asked earlier. So I do apologise. I did actually miss it, but I was kind of hoping for a bag of points off Kieran Trippier again on my fantasy football, because I'm just Mr. Reliable in that department. Saw him that come in, and I was like, what the hell is going on? It's just, I expected you, by the sounds of things from what you're telling me, I expected at least a fight. Oh God, no! Don't torture Newcastle. That's not fair. I wouldn't wish that on anyone but Man United, unfortunately.
Nah, Harry Maguire.
Being totally honest, wouldn't wish him on anyone but Man United. I just,
Billionaire Town, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you hit the subscribe button, mate, if you can, that will be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And thanks for your kind words as well. We'll pay you to take Maguire. But Ted, not for me. It's got to be a Man U fan. There's no way I would take him. No way. I'll go for a younger player as well. And I'm not being funny, but Kimi Yai for Napoli I'd take. 100%, I'd definitely take him. I'd take Tomori as well. If he ever comes back to English football for Milan, I'd take him all day long. And that's for me. And I'm not gonna answer that question. I'm not gonna answer that question at all. Mods, keep your eyes out, please. Thank you. And you know what it is, right? I mean, with Chelsea, I mean, let's be real, right? I mean, they spend 600 million quid, right? And they haven't got a striker, yeah. Their season's going to explode if they don't sort themselves out, Lottie, because they got to play Brentford. That's another one. They got to play Brentford at home, but I don't think Chelsea's got a game. Chelsea's got a game this week. Oh, did I mention Chelsea?
Chelsea have got us coming up. I think in terms of tough fixtures. I know we've got to play them. Am I getting confused with the women? 1 second, let me just double check my fixtures.
I don't know if Chelsea's got a game. I had to have a look.
I think no, Chelsea are not playing this weekend.
Oh, they got a cup though because
they're in the cup still.
Yeah, the cup
because our next game after this is City at home. No, City away, and then we come home to play Chelsea, and then we're away to you. We've got the hardest 3 games on a bounce, and then it makes it harder with the way that Brighton are playing as well. That makes it worse.
Yeah.
So absolutely. and then we're away to Forest, and we finish at home against Wolves. But yeah, it's just I don't want to look at those fixtures at the minute. They're not very nice.
Nah,
not very nice at all.
Not good at all. One game at a time, no, Lottie. One game at a time.
Yeah, well, I know that. That's why I say I won't think about anything. Yeah, you know that. You know me, John. I won't even look at it. Won't even look at it. So
exactly.
Oh, that was close.
I mean,
thank God for that she missed.
I mean, the thing is, right? We talk about managerial news, right? About Nagelsmann, right? Still being linked with Chelsea and Tottenham as well. And also, Spurs want to talk to Luis Enrique about becoming a new manager as well. My opinion is, right, if I was a manager and I had a choice between Chelsea and Spurs, I'll go to Chelsea because you're going to get back to money. But Daniel Levy, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at the amount of money the last few managers have walked away with. Like, with Spurs, what I can't quite comprehend is you've had serial trophy-winning managers. Why haven't you won anything? Why sack Mourinho before a final? If anyone's going to win you a trophy, it's him.
Yeah.
Conte. He's just like he had his soul extracted when he was at that club. He just wasn't
ready.
Yeah, he just wasn't him. And it was weird because normally he's got something to say about other clubs, and it got to the point where it was that bad. He was slandering his own players. And it got bad. Just yeah.
Correct. And you know what it is, right? I'm not gonna lie, but that Spurs, right? Since Pochettino left, right, the club's gone downhill. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, look at the Spurs, right? I mean, I'm gonna speak to Brian from Tottenham on tour tomorrow night, and you know what? He has plenty to say on it as well. Let's be real, 100%. Because he is the Spurs league judges, but he is an honest guy. You know what I mean? But I've got to enjoy it, like, you know what I mean? And at least I've got a big name on, and he's one.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, thing is, you want fans from other fan bases. So completely agree. I mean, this season it's not something I'm doing, but I'm making the connections for next season. Because with my channel, I'm kind of nicely plodding along. I've got over the 50 mark, and I'm quite happy.
Absolutely. The numbers will improve. If I get any Arsenal fans, right, who I know, right, I'll get them to subscribe to your channel as well. Do you know what I mean? I'll make sure that. I'm going to do that as well because at the end of the day, please, that'd be charming because you don't. I mean, you deserve more than that, babe. For your channel, you.
Hey, I've only been around since Feb. I'm not doing too badly. 2 months. I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely. And if you'll be on your channel as well, let me know and I'll come on for Newcastle.
Yeah, no, definitely. We do now when we come back from the international break, there's only so much England we can talk about. So we do look down towards Newcastle in Division 1 North and everything, and it's great. As I said to you earlier, we've actually sitting talking about the Toon girls, and to have 24,092 fans turn up at St James's Park for a Division 1 game is absolutely incredible, because they are 4th tier football, and that's the figures I expect to see Championship and up. So you guys are doing absolutely incredible stuff this season, and long may it continue. And I have called 3 seasons time top flight football.
Thank you very much. And that could be a sellout as well, sort of thing for women's football. It could be a world record as well, if it comes to that. And I think it's going to be a world record anyway. And I'm sure our owners will just, put the money in as well. And I'll tell you something else as well, right? I mean, our owners are putting their money where their mouth is, like, to make sure that we stay in the top flight, and we are going to spend big as well. There's one player I'd love to see is Toon. I'd love to see Ella Toon at Newcastle. That'd be fantastic.
I don't think she'll be with. I don't think she'll leave United. I can't see it. I really can't. But
wishful thinking, though. Wishful thinking.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got wishful for Teddy B. So our ladies football starting to take off now. Good to see. You know what? I mean, I love to do a watch along for the ladies football. I really, really would. And
we'll do it at some point, but I'm not at that point where I have enough following to be able to do live. So I'm definitely next season, John, I'll get you on and we can do it. You can watch me stream my head off.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, I've got the Arsenal Man United game on below the screen, and it's not looking great. We've lost Leah Williamson. She did get up and walk off. She wasn't stretchered off, so that's something. Vic Akers Wonderland, Brian.
Yeah, Vic Akers Wonderland. Links in the description, by the way, Brian. We look for that Vic Akers Wonderland. And, get her subbed as well, mate. And I tell you what, she wants to get 100 people on there. So please, guys, can you help her?
That's my next goal.
Help her out, and that's her next goal. But Brian, thank you so much indeed. You're a top guy. And the thing of Brian, right? I mean, normally late on my shows, but he's getting earlier and earlier now. So
I've noticed that as well.
There.
I think at one point he turned up 10 minutes before we wrapped up, and I was like, oh, okay. No worries, but it's getting better at it. He's doing well, and thank you for subbing, Brian. Appreciate it.
Top guy, Brian. He is really, really a great guy as well. And you know what it is, right? I mean, go on.
Also, thank you, Tad. Appreciate it.
Tad as well. He's a big United fan as well. I'm sure he is.
Oh dear, you might not like what I've got to say on the preview.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was trying to get Harry Maguire. Oh, Harry Mack.
Do you know what? I've got to say, Man United women are doing the bits, and if you've got time, Tad, after this, Man United women are on BBC Three. But after this show.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much for that, Lottie, as well. That'd be cool. And I've got a big show on tomorrow, which I'm going to announce in a bit. I'm going to announce it in a bit as well. But people know as well. You know it is. I said it earlier on, but doing the match preview, and I've spoken to him as well, and you're so passionate about his team. So I'm so excited for tomorrow. So please keep your eyes peeled for that one as well, people. And I was going to Lottie, who's going to be your bottom three? I don't know if I asked you this question. Who's your bottom three for the Premier League at this stage?
What, to be relegated?
Yeah. We know Southampton's going to go. Yeah.
Well, Southampton's in there. Leeds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with... It's got to be Leicester. I just can't see them pulling anything out the bag at this point. They're not playing exciting football anymore, and it concerns me.
And they got Dean Smith in as well, and his relegation record's not great at all whatsoever. So it doesn't look good for them at all.
Yeah. What about your current three, the way it is now?
Southampton will go. I think Forest will go, and I think, as things stands, I think whoever loses between Leeds and Leicester, I think they're the ones that are going to go, unfortunately. Everton will have enough. West Ham's going to be fine. Bournemouth is going to be fine. Wolves is going to be fine. And Palace, I think they got enough. I think the relegation, the magic save points now is 35 points for me. I think 35 points, 34 will be just enough for us. It's as simple as that. And faithful to the spot, Aston Ted, and getting better, though. Bang on time today. I think you were, Brian. Thank you, man. And show starts at 10:07 tomorrow. Click on the bell to be notified. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you very much indeed. So I'll have Brian from Tottenham on tour on tomorrow, and also goes on We Are Tottenham TV as well with Ben and Sim as well. So massive channel for us as well. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. So
finally, the ref found her whistle. Oh, it's ridiculous. Sorry, Alessia Russo's been pulling Raffaele everywhere, and the ref's just standing there. Didn't blow a whistle. Hello, free kick.
Yeah. Free kick.
Oh.
Yay. Wow.
Sorry, don't get me wrong. I love Alessia Russo, but not when she's in a Man United shirt. It's not fun.
Oh, no, bless her. You love to sign up, wouldn't you?
Oh, do you know what? At this rate, they're going to let her go for free, and I'm all here for it. She moved. She was in a flat share with Ella Toon, and she moved out. And
wow,
it looked like she was coming because Ella Toon put a tweet out saying, "Oh, bye, I love you, blah 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 blah." All of a sudden, it vanished. There's screenshots of that tweet somewhere on social media.
Wow.
So she almost signed the dotted line in January. As much as Man United fans will deny that, almost signed the dotted line. I was gutted. She would have been a record transfer fee though. She will be.
She will be. Wow. Well, good luck wherever Russo's going to go. And hold for sub as well, Brian. Thank you, Brian. Sub in your channel as well. So your number should be going up as well. Right, we are going to wrap up there because this is a short one today. And obviously didn't do Chelsea, Man City and Man United because we've got cup games, like I said, as well.
Yeah.
And
Brighton as well. Brighton? Yeah.
Brighton as well. Toon as boss.
Oh yeah, I did enjoy my seats at the finalisma. I was 4 rows from the halfway line, downstairs in Wembley, and that goal.
Oh yeah,
beautiful,
absolutely. And yeah, so that'd be it then. Thanks so much for coming on. And did you enjoy coming on your show again, Lottie?
Do you know what? I look forward to this every week, John. You know this. Don't be so silly. I absolutely enjoy coming on here. I love sitting here chatting football with you. Also interacting with the guys in the chat. Absolutely amazing. And if you haven't liked this video already or subbed yet, make sure you do that and get the notification bells on. I'm not a Newcastle fan, and I'm always watching John's stuff back, and it's always enjoyable. It gets me through my working day when I'm working from home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much. You know what it is, right? It's just it's just a cool channel when you're on. So cool, so fantastic. You know what I mean? And no bitch in the morning on my channel. It's not that sort of thing. But I do tell it straight, if the teams doesn't do well. So don't forget to hit the likes away. Everyone, thanks for a great channel. Leslie, thank you so much indeed. Thank you again, Jules. Peace out. Thank you, Ted. And also as well, how does the Ladies League tables works? How far off are all access to the Prem?
Okay, so basically, Newcastle at the moment are Tier 4 football. They've basically the Division 1. So at the top, we've got the top of the pyramid. You've got WSL. That is your likes of your Arsenals, your Man Uniteds, Chelsea's, and there's a few other Premier League clubs that have their women's teams there. The only non-Premier League club in there is Reading. Reading Women are the only team that do not have a Premier League backing, and their fans do really travel well. The next bit down, we've got Championship. And that is just basically the same layout as the men's Championship. And then we cut off into the next one. It then splits off into 4. You've got the North, the Midlands, the South and South East. That all compete to get into the Championship. I think it's 2 up, 2 down at the moment. I'd have to go and double check that. But the top 4 in the Division 1 will all compete against each other for the 2 spots to go up. And that's where Newcastle are at the minute. So I've predicted 3 seasons' time, you'll be playing top 5 football, and I get to go back to St James's Park for an away day because the men's tickets are gold dust.
Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. There's your answer there, Brian Scott. And I hope you take it all in. Great show. Big ups. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for Liam. How's John? Fine, Liam. If you hit the subscribe button, please, mate, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. appreciate that, man. And just about to end as well. You're a bit late as well, so I'll be back tomorrow, no doubt about it. And well, where can we find you on your socials there, Lottie?
Oh, you can find me at Lottie_AWFC on Twitter, or you can come find me at Big Akers Wonderland on YouTube. Where we talk women's football. We do look at the championship and lower down the table occasionally, but it's not consistent. We're more all about the Arsenal and the WSL, Champions League football, FA Cup. Normally, I would include the Conti Cup, but we've won that this season, so we're done with that for the moment. But yeah, just Arsenal going through their first semi-final in the Champions League for the first time in 10 years, which is so exciting. First leg is on Sunday, and I can't wait.
Fantastic. That'd be fantastic. I hope you bloody enjoy that, and let's hope you also win as well. And
no, not another one.
Oh,
another injury. I hate going to Man United. They play dirty football. Sorry, I don't need this today. Not today.
No, sorry. That's
not today.
That's absolutely fine. There's no problems at our sort of thing, you know. But let's hope there's not too much of a serious injury there. But
I hope
not. God.
I hope not, because we've just lost our captain for the rest of the season to a hamstring injury.
That's not the best.
Thanks to Sarah Sansadril.
Not good. Oh, bless you. Let's get better soon. And for me, if you'd like to sort of like my channel, like what you see, guys, please give it a like and subscribe. Also, super chat. Also, join as a member. It's on 99p as well. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to have Brian from We Are Tottenham TV and his channel Tottenham on Tour for a match preview. It's going to be very interesting. It's not a sure to be missed. And I should be doing the retweets as well. I should be doing links as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And thanks so much for watching. I will do Backstage Lottie quickly as well. And until then, for another Premier League show. And until then, it's a goodbye and take care.